Remember those Fantom vacuums that were everywhere in the 90s? Well, they were made by IONA, and they used a design licensed from James Dyson. Well, one lesser known IONA product was the NovaDry. And here we have two NovaDry machines. One is labeled as a capture carpet cleaning machine from Fantom. The other one, I believe the older one, says it's a NovaDry carpet dry cleaning system. I have also seen these as the Dry Tech, and that was Sears' label for this same machine. And as you may know, Sears also had IONA make Fantom uprights for them under the Destiny label, and a Fantom canister, the Lightning canister, they labeled it the Destiny. So through my friend Mike, I have not only a new old example of this, but also a functional used one that we can demonstrate. These machines are very interesting. They use a dual cyclone like a Fantom or the early Dysons, but they are a dirty air upright, so the debris goes through the impeller and then into the cyclones, through them both, and out the exhaust. There is no secondary filtration after those cyclones. You can see this, the new old stock, and what I believe is the newer one. There's the information. And this has a stamp of 9629 on it. So could this be as late as 1996? And on the NovaDry, 92. Okay, I believe that, 92. This says it's a rebuilt unit, mechanically sound with cosmetic imperfections. And this, per the sticker, came from a closed vacuum shop in the south suburbs of Chicagoland. Well, these were made to be used with capture, and I didn't bother to go out and buy any capture. What I had handy, which I'm hoping will work, is SIBO Duo-P carpet cleaning powder, and you pour some into this tray. When I started at a vac shop in 2000, the shop I've owned for the better part of a decade now, we sold a lot of capture. We sold Sanitaire and Royal uprights, and we would rent the capture machine. It was actually an orbiter we rented to brush in the capture. And my boss used to say, I've gotten so many people hooked on that white powder, I feel like a drug dealer. I liked it. It's just harder to get as an independent vac shop these days. I think professional carpet cleaners sort of frown upon the low moisture powder methods, but as a homeowner, I think it's a much more friendly and foolproof system than having a wet cleaner like getting a Hoover steam vac or a whatever. But in the back, so my job as a teenager was to dust and file and clean the bathrooms and restock the bags and all that stuff. And then after I was finished, I could go in the back room, which we called Mount Vacumulus, and I could strip vacuums for parts and try to tame the mess, the disaster. And there were two NovaDry machines back there, cannibalized, and we just junked them. I didn't ever bother to play with them. So this actually is my first time using one of these. We have our handle release here. We have a carpet height adjustment, and on the handle controls we have brush and dispense, and then we have vacuum. And this uses a cable type of linkage to open this door, and it's got a little shaker in there that dispenses the material. And here's what the underside looks like with the brush. So this is not a vacuum cleaner that doubles as a carpet cleaner. This is a dedicated, it's designed to dispense and brush in carpet cleaner, and it's designed to pick up only this material. But of course, as with any carpet cleaner, you'll probably get a little bit of the things that were already in the carpet. Okay, let's go dispense. Appears to be. Let's try that. So the dispensing doesn't work terribly well. I have a feeling that may be because the consistency of the SIBO material is different from Capture, which is more powdery. Let's try brush. Well, it certainly brushes. You can hear that gear whine. There are gears in here. I don't think it uses any belts. And the problem with this machine that Mike had to fix through some very creative engineering and resourceful repair work was to fix a stripped gear that had disabled. I think this machine had that robbed to fix a different one, and that's why this machine was never used or sold, because it had just been a parts donor. All right, we've dispensed, we've brushed just a little bit. Now let's hook it to, let's select vacuum. And you can hear a slight change in the sound. So I believe based on how you manipulate this, it'll open an airflow duct to let the suction come into the carpet, or it'll open the little, what would you call that, a damper inside the tray to allow it to be released, or it'll do neither of those and it'll just brush. So, and then to empty it, I don't know if I'll be able to do this one-handed. You would... Okay, so what I just did does indeed require two hands. You have to pull out on these latches, and then the whole machine kind of telescopes up. And at that point you can take your container and you can dump it in the appropriate receptacle. And maybe I can give you a closer shot of... So it looks for all the world like the inside of a Fantom Thunder or an Amway Clear Track or probably a Dyson DC-04. Of course, we didn't have those in the States. But that would have been the contemporary Dyson product at the time, would have been either the DC-01 or the DC-04. And you just close that. So, anyway, there you have the NovaDry, also known as the Dry Tech or the Capture carpet cleaning machine. And one thing that surprised me was that these were made as late as 1996. I really thought these were an early 90s thing that kind of came and went fairly quickly. But there is another YouTube video of the instruction tape that someone has digitized, and I will link to that because it's interesting to watch. Happy carpet cleaning.